Welcome back to the fields of Perthshire for the last time in 2023, because today is Hogmanay, as we call it in Scotland, which is New Year's Eve to everyone else. So what a year it's been. To think that 12 months ago I was looking for 9,000 followers and now I'm up to something like 37,000, 38,000 is frankly incredible. So I have to say a massive, unbelievable, huge thank you to you all. I wish you all a tremendous, prosperous, healthy and wealthy 2024, and I hope you've all had a fantastic Christmas. As you can see, one of my gifts, thanks to Jimmy and Shell, is another new hat. So thank you for that. You can never have enough hats when you're a metal detectorist. So I'm out, just me. I've got 2 or 3 hours in between DIY and preparing for New Year festivities. So hopefully, maybe, we'll find something for the last dig of 2023. So thanks again for all your incredible support, and let's go and see if the XP DEUS 2 can sniff us out a final bit of 2023 treasure. Okay, we've got a first digger. It's only taken 5 minutes. $85. I've been on a pretty good run recently with coins fairly early on, including silver. Oh, and we're out. Is history repeating itself? And I've remembered, I think, all my stuff today. What's lead? Oh, it's a lead seal. Well, a fantastic start. A fantastic start. Right, it's got some writing on it, so I think it's going to be a flax seal to get us started for the last day of 2023. So someone was actually asking in the comments recently, why do we get all these seals? Did they grow flax in Scotland? And the answer is no. They imported the flax largely from the Baltic states. Russia, Lithuania, Estonia, Latvia, and they would then mill it using the power of the water to turn it into linen in particular. We've got a date at the bottom there, which is 1869, I think that is. It's a bit kind of badly struck, but it looks as well like it's, I always forget, what do you call the Russian language? Speaking of Russian as well, you all identified my silver coin as Tsar Nicholas 1915 from Russia. So that's a first as well. But there you go, yeah, a Russian bag seal. So they imported the linen, the flax, over here to Perthshire, where using the power of the water, I'm right next to a river, they would mill it into linen. And it was a huge industry, but it began to fall apart at the beginning of the 1900s, and by the time the Second World War came along, it had practically completely vanished, all fell apart, because almost all of the industry was moved to the Far East, to Asia, India, and so on, and the industry fell apart in Scotland. But you can see where the ribbon would have gone through, and that is a pretty good start. 1869, brilliant. And we'll get that in the coin pod. And the draw will be getting made in the next day or two. So if you would like an opportunity to win yourself a limited edition Scottish Detectorist coin pod, which will have some very interesting and hopefully much sought after things inside it, then have a look back at my video from, I think, about 10 days ago. And at the very end you will see how to enter. We've got digger number 2, 10 minutes in. $86, in with a chance. Is a wee bit tinny. Bit of copper wire, I think, maybe. Right there. Yep, it is. I thought it was a wee bit debatable, but there we go. Nothing for half an hour. And that sounds a lot sweeter. 85. And we're out. Chance of a coin, I would say. Ah, we might have. Yes, indeed. We've got a halfpenny. The ground's a bit wet. We have got a halfpenny. Looks in pretty good condition. Is it going to be a Gorgeous Georgius? I'll give it a wee clean up and I'll get back to you. But it looks like it's got a lovely green patina. No need to superimpose on this one. It's a little bit worn on the back, but you can clearly see Britannia with the helmeted head. The trident would have been there, it's a bit worn away, but a very clear date of 1921. And on this side, even better. Well, it was, but it's dried out a bit. It is our good friend, Gorgeous George. So what a great end to 2023 with our most common find, George V. So you know everything there is really to know about him. 1910 to 1936. The son of Dirty Bertie, the grandson of Queen Victoria. 1921 we were up to about 15 pence a pint, so this is about a 30th of a pint of beer. So we're not going to get much for this. But the 1921, the beginning of the roaring 20s, huge economic growth all round the world in the aftermath of the First World War, the Great War. And it culminated in the Great Wall Street crash of 1929, when lots of people went from boom to bust. Caused huge heartache, particularly in the United States, but really all around the world. And George V was not a particularly nice man, although I call him Gorgeous George. His last words before he died were, "God damn you," which he said to his nurse, who applied a sedative just before his doctor euthanised him and killed him. And we didn't know that until his doctor's journals or diary was published in 1986. And yeah, there you go. He was technically murdered. So, coin number 1. An outside chance of a coin. It sounds pretty reasonable. 86, 87. Well, I thought it was quite shallow, but maybe not. There is a very big stone down there. I'm struggling to get the spade in. Come on. Oh, we're out. Not sure. Not sure. Come on, a gold hammered coin just to finish the year. Where is it? Ah, it's a coin. It's a coin. Fantastic. It's not a gold hammered coin, but it certainly looks like a penny. It could be Victoria. Could be. It's kind of got that look to it. Get a lot of Victorian coins out this field normally, but, well, let's give it a wee rub on camera. It's quite stable, so I'm not going to wet it. Just going to give it a wee dabble. Oh, it's not. Look, it's George. Again. It's Gorgy Georgie. But have we got a date? We do. We do have a date. Let's get the bendy thumb on that. We have a date of 1919. So just 2 years before the other coin, which I think was 21, wasn't it? So 1 penny this time rather than a halfpenny. And again, it's in pretty good condition. Look, good detail on there. Lovely golden, lovely olive green patina. 1919. This side not looking so good at the moment. And if anyone can figure out a way to 3D print my thumbs, then let me know. A few people said in the comments, Simon's got the same bendy thumb as you. He's got the same shape. Maybe it's a distant relation. Well, there you go. It's not bad at all, actually, is it? George V, by the grace of God, King of the Britons, Defender of the Faith, and Emperor of India. So 1919, as I mentioned before, the official end of the Great War. because the Great War, the First World War as we now call it, ended on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, 1918, but the peace treaty wasn't signed until 1919. So some war memorials in Scotland carry the date of the Great War as 1914 to 1919. And also the German fleet was actually largely captured or surrendered, was taken to the Firth of Forth near Edinburgh, and then later was sailed up to the Orkney Isles to the north of Scotland to a place called Scapa Flow. And the German soldiers, or the sailors should I say, on board got basically a whiff that the victors, the British and the French and so on, were going to divvy up the German Navy, and they decided to scuttle the ships. They blew them up. So at Scapa Flow there are over a dozen wrecks, and it's actually a memorial as well because people died. But the German fleet was largely intact, and they blew it up. They sank it themselves to stop it falling into the arms of the British and her allies. So there you go, 1919. Beautiful, penny and a half. Okay, we've got an 80. 8082. Might be the dreaded aluminium. Might be. But we've got to dig it to find out. We've got a clod. Feels heavy, that's lead, that's why. There you go. A wee chunk, oh, dropped it. Maybe my final drop of 2023, so yes, something I'm famous for. A few people also said my camera was getting a little bit bouncy before I've made some adjustments. I had got so overweight around the stomach area that I needed to adjust the strap and I hadn't realised. So, I've dropped it again. But hopefully it's now a little bit more stable until I lose some weight in the new year. So, a random piece of lead. Oh well. This is a bit of a weird signal. 89, but way up to 92. Don't have much hope, to be honest, but again, you got to dig it just to check. Still doesn't sound much better. Right, we're in the hole. Let's just try and figure out exactly where. Well, right where I'm digging. So I'll turn you off, get back to you in a sec. Well, we've got it from a fair bit of depth, and it's a thing. What on earth is that? Not even sure what that's made of, to be honest. I was going to say horse decoration, but it doesn't look right. Still underneath the power lines, which is why it's possibly chirping away in the background. Oh, God, dropped it again. Well, it's a thing. No idea what that is, but it doesn't look massively old. 50, 100 years at best. Oh well, if you know, comment below. Lots of little fragments of pottery. Another bit just here and here. And 83. Sounds okay. In fact, it might be on the surface, or is that a stone? Right there. Is that a musket ball? It is a musket ball. It's a cracker. It's a whopper of a musket ball. Definitely a musket ball, not a weight. And made of lead. So there you go. Sometimes you don't even need to dig. Date-wise, probably 16, 17. Very early 1800s is when the cartridge bullets started to become a bit more common. So there you are. I always wonder, what was it fired at, or even who was it fired at? But always nice to get a musket ball. Excellent. Fantastic. This one was like a dog's dinner. Take a spadeful out. Yeah, not bad now. Don't think it's a coin, but could be a wee relic. A bullet. It is. There you are. Finds are coming today, aren't they? It is a lead core. Very similar to a type that I had out of another field previously. And you all told me what the calibre was, and I've forgotten already. Let's say it's a 38. But yeah, I think it's a revolver from a pistol. With a lead core with a copper or a brass jacket on it. And it's probably Second World War kind of era, 1940s. But if you know, comment below. Getting to the last 20 minutes, half an hour. '86, '87, but there is a bit of a irony sort of tone going on there. I don't think it's... Oh, well, what's that? Oh no, it's not a coin. Is that a coin? Well, we might have a button, maybe. Well, it's a weight. God, I'm going through all the different possibilities. I think it's a weight. I think it's a cup weight, maybe. Well, if it is, it's seen better days, that's for sure. Yeah, I think it is. I think it's a little weight. A little copper alloy weight, maybe for coins or silver or gold or, you know, whatever, something small and relatively light, but these would stack all inside one another like the little Russian dolls. And weight wise it's probably about 5 grams, certainly less than 10 grams anyway, but my guess would be probably Victorian, 1830 through to 1900, but it could be older. But well, it's a find. I don't know why it's got all this crustiness attached to it, because the coins came out in pretty good condition, but maybe it's older, maybe it's been in the ground for a couple of 100 years longer. But it's a nice find. This could be my last target of 2023. I've only got about 50 metres to go, and it's coming through at a fairly solid 80. Still in there. Might be in the wrong place, but there. We're out. 80, 81. A wee clod, maybe? Oh, not in there. Ah, something green. Oh, I thought it was a coin. It's not. It's a, well, it's a thing. What is that? It's certainly got a shape to it, but not sure what it is. Is it an O or a C or just decoration? Well, it's a copper alloy. It's fairly thin, and it's a thing. Could even be a bit of cutlery, but if you know, comment below. I'm only 10 feet from the edge of the field, and this will officially be my last dig of 2023. '86, but I think it's too big a target for a coin. Happy to be proved wrong though. Yeah, it's down to 84 now, so it's not a coin, but is it an ancient relic? It's a bit of lead. Yeah. Is it another seal? It might be, you know. It might be. It's got the kind of shape for it. But if it is, it's not in the best of condition. It's a button. It's a... what is that? It's a B... it's an 88 or a BB with a hole in it. What is that? Well, we've got a wee relic of some description. Definitely either 2 letters or 2 numbers. It might be an 8 and a 5. It would have been circular in shape. It's kind of bending slightly, but don't want to overdo it. But there you go. I think it's an 85 or an 86, but let me know in the comments below. But it is lead, it's a chunky wee thing. And, well, it's not like any bag seal that I've ever seen, so maybe it's some sort of tag or something. But, well, that's the last target of 2023, and it's another bizarre one. So let me know in the comments below. Date-wise, probably 18, maybe early 1900s. So that is us for 2023. Not a bad dig whatsoever. A couple of coins, a couple of interesting lead items, musket ball, a couple of maybe relics. And all in all, well, for 3 hours, just over 3 hours, I cannot complain at all. So let's have a wee look at the best of the finds. There we are, the last dig of 2023. We got 2 coins, both George V, a lovely little olive green halfpenny from 1921, and a penny from 1919. So both just over the 100-year-old mark. This nice little lead flax seal, which is from the Baltic States or Russia, dated 1869, I think it was, if I remember rightly. Starting to lose the light, so it's hard to see. A fairly modernish bullet, probably from a revolver, and an older form of artillery or gun, a musket ball, probably 1700s. An interesting little weight, a little cup weight, copper alloy or brass, which is seen better days. Again, probably 1900s. And then this curious little thing that just came out right at the end, which looks like 85. Oh, and also this, which is copper alloy with either a 0 or a C on it. I think it's a 0, but no idea what that is. So all in all, for a last dig of 2023, that is a pretty good day out. Just about 3 hours, 3¼ hours I think I've done. So there we go. Another day and another year is over. It goes without saying, I wish you all an incredible new year. I wish you health, wealth and prosperity for you and your families for 2024. As I said earlier, your support for my channel has been phenomenal, absolutely unbelievable. If you'd have told me 12 months ago that I would be where I am now, I would never have believed it. And that's the thing that really gets me the most, is just an incredible sense of community. I get such positive comments. Unfortunately, like everyone, I get a couple of trolls. You know who you are. But overwhelmingly, fantastic support. And the amount of information that you all provide on my finds to help me identify things, the support, the encouragement, the buy me a coffees, the super chat, the super thanks that you give are just unbelievable. So I wouldn't be here without you all, so I thank you tremendously. I have to give a shout out to Regtons, who sponsor my channel, the metal detecting people in Birmingham. I also have to say thanks to Pete, to Albert, to Simon and to Martin for coming out detecting with me on occasion, for giving me company when we go off to the metal detecting rallies down in England, and to everyone who supports the channel. So I wish you all a fantastic 2024, and fingers crossed we'll maybe get 1 or 2 pretty epic finds along the way. And I should also say thanks to my wife for letting me come out metal detecting as often as I do. So take care everyone, and have a fantastic 2024. All the best, and thanks for watching.